Precy, last night you were with us at Thornton Cleveley's and things have moved very fast. The fixtures are now with us. What's your ultimate reaction to the news now it's dropped this afternoon?
Yeah, it's nice to see the fixtures. It is something that the National League do is leave it a little bit later than the rest. So we're just waiting to see where we're going. The initial thoughts are you look at it and you look at the first game, Peterborough Sports away. We know how tough an ask that is. So a really tough start. And then you look at the last game and you're away again. So that was the first thing that stood out. We're away on the first and we're away on the last day of the season. But it looks like it's split 50-50 that, where half the teams are going to be home and home and the other's going to be away and away. So I find that a little bit strange, because I think it is an advantage to be at home first game of the season, and again it's an advantage to be at home on the last one, depending what you're fighting for. In between that, you look, early fixtures are tough, really, really tough. You look at those teams that we're playing, and I would say all of those are teams that you'd expect to be fighting at the top of the league. So we've got a real tough start to the season. And then in the middle of there, on the Saturday we go away at Oxford, and then we're away at Brackley on the Tuesday night. Probably two of our longest trips back to back. But then when you go further down, it probably isn't too bad. The fixtures. We haven't got too many long away trips on a Tuesday like we did last year. Over Christmas period, it's a lot better. We've got some more localish games over Christmas. We've got a couple of decent home games where we might get good crowds over the Easter holidays and the bank holidays. So I think they're better. I think they're better. A couple of little queries, but all in all, like we said last year, does it? Ultimately you have to deal with it. Nothing's going to change. But I think they are better than what they were last year.
I think it goes without saying last year it did sort of leave a bit of a sour taste in the mouth, if you like. Our local derby at Spennymoor. But this time around, you look at it, the bank holiday Monday, we've got Southport here, and the way that the National League have changed it round this season for the Christmas period looks to be a little bit better, and it'll be two stern tests in Radcliffe and Buxton there, won't it?
Yeah, there's some really good games. Hopefully we can get some good crowds as well. I think, fans look forward to those. It's more for the fans. The fans are the ones you should be looking after and making sure that that they're not travelling far, and then that replicates then to the club making more money over those periods. So I think they've seen a little bit of sense. Although I think Scunthorpe have got a couple of horrible games over Christmas, so it seems like they've sort of got the short straw this year. But it's a lot better. They're real competitive games, localish derbies, like you'd say. Southport one's obviously a big one for us at home. So look, we're just looking forward to it. It's comes really fast. Once the fixtures come out, because they come out so late, it comes around really, really quick. And although we've probably played quite a few games over the pre-season period, a lot of those games have been for our younger lads. And I think most of our first team have only had half a game so far. So, it starts to ramp up. We go away on Friday. I'm sure the lads will be talking about the fixtures, but it is a tough start. But I think it was similar last year. We had quite a tough start. Brackley at home, and so you just have to do it. You just don't know. You don't know who's going to be tough. Who's going to be the teams at the top of the league. Who's going to be the team that wins the league. You don't know at this stage. At this stage last year, no one would have said Tamworth were going to win the league, and they won it comfortably in the end. Some of the teams, at the bottom and the teams that went down, you wouldn't have expected, like Gloucester, you wouldn't have expected to, who were in the playoffs last year. So you just don't know, and you just have to try and get off to a good start, and then momentum will keep you there. But it's exciting when they come out. It's real, and you're starting a new season.
And just finally, I suppose, really nice for you to come down this afternoon and see a few familiar faces for the Sports and Memories group, have a little chat with them, a bit of a Q&A, and they seemed in pretty high spirits ahead of the new season, didn't they?
Yeah, look, it's another great initiative by the football club. Like we say, look, we're a community-based club. We talked about how many lads had come through the scholarship programme. You know, we're talking about 16 to 19-year-olds, and then today, you know, we've got at the upper end, and I won't say the ages, you know, but the upper end of age, and looking after those, and you know, it's great that we're involved in all this, you know, from you know, the soccer schools right the way through to, you know, the Sporting Memories. So important that we're involved helping those people. They've put a lot into the community over their working lives, and a lot of them have played for Chorley over the years, so it's great that we can give them something back for what they've given us. So yeah, it's nice to be here and chatting to those and talking about things that they did, and how different it is today to what it was back then. So yeah, you know, it's really good, and Darren does a great job with his team.